Hello, hello, welcome back to my YouTube channel. I'm Candace, and it's actually pretty dark in this room. I am going to put the light on. This is kind of bright. This one's a little bit bright. Okay, welcome back to my channel. I'm Candace, and in today's video, I'm actually going to talk about the time that I almost dated a man that was married. So this happened last year during the pandemic, and I was bored online, and I did a lot of dating as well, like actually going out on dates. So yeah, I was just bored. So I was like, you know what, let me find me a boyfriend. So I signed on to Plenty of Fish. Now, I do not like Plenty of Fish, and I did not have really good experiences with Plenty of Fish. And I told myself I would not go back to that app again because of the horrible experiences that I've had on it. I've only had one horrible experience on it, but I told myself, no, we're not doing that anymore. So I signed back on against my good judgment, and I matched up with this guy. And his profile said that he was like an aerospace engineer. What do you call the people that fix the planes? Aerocraft engineer? Whatever. But his profile said that's what he was. So I was like, okay, this guy has a really good job. He's really young. I mean, he has a really good career. He's young. He's smart. So I matched with him. Obviously, he's really good looking. He was like Moroccan, and he's black, but he was on like the high yellow. He was mixed looking, basically. So he's just really interesting, and I was like, ooh, okay, I'll match with him. He's attractive and smart. So I matched with him. We started talking, and he texts me all the time. He's basically complimenting me all the time, like, you're beautiful, you're beautiful, beautiful, oh my god, you're gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. Well, all these compliments. Love bombing is a red flag. Love bombing is a red flag. And for the guys that think that women are annoying and they don't like anything anymore, no. If a guy is texting you and every single sentence, this is what we're talking about specifically. There's nothing wrong with receiving compliments for men, but I feel like when women start to talk about the issues when it comes to love bombing, when it comes to like unwanted compliments, talking to random people you don't know, that's when men's ears start to go deaf. That's when they just do not understand, because they're not women, and they do not like trying to see things from our perspective anyway. Unless it's their sister, they wouldn't stand for it. On their mother or their aunt or anyone in their family, they would not stand for it. So this guy starts love bombing me, and it's love bombing when every single sentence is you're beautiful, you're beautiful, you're beautiful, or hey beautiful, how's it going beautiful, what are you doing beautiful. Like seriously, every single sentence, everything we talked about, we were talking about random stuff. You're beautiful, hey beautiful, okay beautiful, where we going beautiful. Like, it's just, to me, it's giving love bombing. And the reason why we say love bombing is a red flag is because usually love bombing is used to mask their toxic traits, who they really are. Love bombing is used to, it's used to like reel you in faster so you don't actually see how toxic this person is. So yeah, it's love bombing. So yeah, he just kept on calling me beautiful after every sentence. I'm like, this is not a good sign, because usually when a guy is healthy minded, not sorry, but usually when a guy's healthy minded and I'm talking to him, he's not calling me beautiful. He'll say things like, you're gorgeous, you're beautiful, but he's not gonna go every single sentence, every single time I talk to him, even if we're not even on the topic of me just talking about my looks. It's a little weird. So we eventually agreed to meet up. Now, before I meet up with anyone, I always reverse search their number. So yeah, it's very easy to reverse search their number just to see what type of person that he is. And I reverse searched his number. I didn't find anything interesting on him, but I did end up finding a video. I did end up, well, he did tell me that he had a girlfriend before, and that his girlfriend moved to France. That was kind of a red flag for me because it was very convenient. Because when I reverse searched his number and I looked on his Facebook page, it said like there was a really old picture saying that he was engaged. Okay, so I ended up doing some more digging on him and found a YouTube video. I found a YouTube video of him at his engagement party with the girl, and the family was ecstatic. They were ecstatic, and his facial expression was like this. Yeah, that's how he was. And let me just make this side note. When I reverse searched his number, a lot of relatives with the same last name as his popped up. Keep that in mind. So we didn't really go on a date. We went on a coffee date. This is when I was cool and I was doing coffee dates. Now I'm not doing that shit. I'm not doing coffee dates no more. So we went on our coffee date, and it wasn't even a date because he was late and it was early in the morning, and I bought an iced coffee for myself because he showed up, and it was dumb. It wasn't even a date. No one knows what that was. So we walked around the block, and it was really hot because I was gonna go work out anyway. So I was like, let me go backtrack. It wasn't a date. It was just us meeting up to chat real fast because we live so close to each other. And after that, I was gonna go work out or go bike riding in the city because it was the summertime. So we met up and we were talking. We were walking around the block, and he's just telling me about himself. He just had like this very like laid back, calm personality, like this. Yeah, it was really good. Oh, really? Yeah, I actually went to like school for it, aerocraft school. I don't know what it's called, guys. Aerocraft school. And then after aviation, I actually went to aviation school. And then after that, I went for higher education. So I work a lot. Yeah, when I'm not working, I just hang out with the guys from the job. That's his personality. Meanwhile, this is my personality. Now, I'm not going to say I have a big personality. I have a little bit of both. Actually, no, I don't have a big personality. I have more of a laid back type of personality. I'm very animated in this video, but my personality is pretty much like this. It's laid back, giggly type personality. And I can carry a conversation. I can have a conversation with pretty much anybody. I usually try to go for the guys that are not, I want to say not too talkative, but the guys that are really good conversationalists, because I just find it to be fun. Like, I just find it to be fun. I do not really like guys that are like this. To me, it's just boring. Like, you're laid back, you're too laid back, and I'm laid back. It's not gonna work. So we were chatting. He was really boring. There was nothing to really talk about. So I had to fill the space by talking about myself. And I do this all the time. And usually, so yeah, that's what I did. I just started talking about myself, and he was telling me how gorgeous I was the whole time, by the way. And he was also very concerned about me dating other guys, which I thought was funny because we just met up. Like, why do you care about me dating other guys? He's like, are you talking to anyone? And I'm like, no, He's like, we can meet up. I work a lot. He told me that he worked a lot and that he's barely able to meet up. That if he meets up, it will have to be like once a week or once every 2 weeks. And I thought it was weird, because first of all, this guy, he was in his 20s like me, late 20s like me. And he had a really good job. So I just thought it was weird that like he had to work all day long with no type of time. And talking about taking up shifts. I don't know how aerospace men are, aerospace engineers. What do you call them people that fix the plane? Because that's what he told me his job was. Let me Google it because I feel so stupid right now. Because it's a high level job. That's why people that fix planes. Yeah, got it. He on his profile, he said that he was an aerocraft engineer. So I figured this guy has a high career, like he has a big career. So I'm like, okay, if he's busy all the time, that makes a lot of sense because he has a really good career and it's very important. And you know, he like, I guess they design planes and they repair planes. So yeah, I was like, okay, that's cool. But when we were talking, he's talking about picking up shifts, and working all day, hardly having any time for himself because if the one person's out of the office, it's gonna be hard. So I'm like, that's weird for somebody that's supposedly an aerospace engineer. Like, I don't know how like what aerospace engineers do, and I don't know how they function, but I do not think you pick up shifts, right? Isn't it a salary job where you have a set amount of hours to work and you work it and you don't, you know, it's just a salary job. So I was chatting with him, and then I had asked him about I had asked him if he ever had a fiance because I remember looking up his name and finding a YouTube video of an engagement party. So I was like, have you ever had a fiance? He told me yes, he did, but she moved away to France for a better job. So I'm like, why did you tell me that your girlfriend moved away to France then? He was like, nah, she was my girlfriend, but she turned into my fiance and she moved away to France to get a better job. Okay, so after walking around for a little bit and talking to him, and by the way, men have the audacity, while we were walking around, he was talking about loyalty and really liking women that's loyal to him and not with other men and just honest loyalty, honesty, and I just thought that was so funny. So when I left and I went about the rest of my day with my life, he went to his job, and I ended up not wanting to speak to him anymore. I did reverse search his number again the next day, and I found out that he's not an aerospace engineer, but he's not an aerocraft engineer, but he's an aerocraft like mechanic, something like that. I don't know. So it's not as much. It's different. There's a difference between an engineer and a mechanic. Let's just say that. So yeah. But that's not why I stopped talking to him. Honestly, I stopped talking to him, and I even told him a couple of days later because he was texting me every now and then randomly, like sending me random pictures on the weekends early in the morning, or texting me late at night or early in the morning. And the reason why I really stopped talking to him is because he was boring. He was just really boring. Like, I don't expect someone that I first meet to dedicate their entire life to talking to me every day and sending me messages, like, because I'm someone that also likes my space as well. I do not like pushy ass guys. I say this all the time. That's actually why I stopped talking to the last guy I was talking to, because he wanted to call me every day like he was my man. Dude, you're not my man. And I told him that, like, I'm not your girlfriend. And he just, who don't hear gonna feel, apparently. So that's why I had to cut him off. But I do not like, I'm not a pushy girl. I like my space, and I'm pretty sure he liked his space. So I kind of didn't really think twice when he told me that, you know, he's a very busy guy and that, you know, we can meet up whenever he's free. And I believe that his fiance really did go away to France to another job. Now, I'm not going to lie, the story did sound kind of weird, kind of sketch to me. Like, why would she get a better job and move away? So after we had our meeting, I actually stopped talking to him. I wrote him and I was like, hey, actually, I met a better guy. I met a better guy. And we were going out more, and we were just going. I met a better guy. He was taking me out. He had a really good career. He really did doted on me. So I was just like, hey, I'm not interested anymore. Because honestly, I feel like it's a solid in between. Like, if you just meet a guy, y'all don't talk a lot, but you guys go out on dates like once or twice a week, and he texts you, that's fine. But if you literally go like 4 days without hearing from him, and he doesn't seem like he's planning a date, at all. So, and plus, on top of that, he's very boring. Like, I don't like boring men. I'm already kind of boring. Two of us can't be boring. So, somebody has to be the fun one. And it ain't going to be me. So, I'm not really that boring. So, I ended up testing him, like, I'm not interested anymore. He asked why. Like, he really wanted to know why. And I'm just like, I'm not interested. I have a lot going on. Yeah. I told him that I'm just not interested anymore. I actually forgot what I told him, but I just told him that I'm not interested. And then I think I blocked his number or something, or deleted his number, and deleted the text messages. Girl, I'm so dumb. So, 2 months later, after that, I went on with my life. 2 months later, in the morning time, while I was going for my walk, while I was getting my morning coffee, I saw by the way, this guy was really tall. He was like 6 foot something. He was really tall. I saw a really tall guy and a short woman, she was Indian, with a stroller walking down the block slowly. They didn't see me because I was behind them. And I had my glasses on, and I'm like, I recognize that lanky guy. So they walk around for a bit. I ended up, I actually know they were in the back of me across the street. Okay, so they were in the back of me across the street, and I was in the front. They did not see me, or maybe he did, I don't know. So I was walking, and from the corner of my eye, I'm like, who that lanky guy looks so familiar. That lanky guy looks so familiar. So, oh my God, I hate this fucking neighborhood. Like, why is your car making so much goddamn noise? So I ended up going inside of the coffee shop. To order food, right? Guess who waltzes in the coffee shop to order some food? Not the guy, the girl. So the girl walked in. She was wearing a flowy skirt. She looked nice. She went and ordered her coffee. I looked at her because I already had my coffee in my hand. I was about to leave. And so I walked out of the coffee shop, and guess who was standing tall with a baby stroller right in front of him? The guy. He was literally standing at the side of the coffee shop with a baby stroller right in front of him on his phone like this. Probably on the app trying to cheat. So I looked at him and I was like, hey, remember me? And he's like, well, I didn't say remember me. I was just like, hey. He looked up at me. Hey. Went back to being on his phone. Men will lie through their front teeth. They do not care. Another reason why I did not like this guy is because he just had this type of personality that was giving me like future murderer vibes. Let me tell you, the way he looked, like his personality was like this. nothing behind his eyes. Like, oh yeah, I like doing that. Oh yeah, I like doing this. Like, he's just too weird, too emotionless. You know how they say some guys are good looking, but they don't have a personality? That was him. And he just had this weird, eerie type of unnerving thing about his personality that I did not like. So, you know, he looked down at his phone, act like he didn't know me from a hole in the wall. I went home, told my sister about it. And it's just so funny because you really have to trust your instincts, because one of the reasons, like, I knew something did not sound right about him, but I knew something didn't sound right about him, but I didn't really care because I wasn't really that interested in him anyway. Like, I already looked into him and saw that he had a fiance, and he lied and said that was his girlfriend. So, get this. I was like, you know what? I don't think I could let this go. She has to know. So I went home and I still had his number. I like scrolled back and I still had his number from one of the missed calls. So I reverse searched it again. Why didn't I think to do this before? Remember that list of family members he had? I copied and pasted the female name. Click, copied and pasted, the girl's Facebook came up. And I looked at that YouTube video again, which showed their engagement party. It was the same girl. So when I had originally done it, I really believed that she was either his girlfriend. I really believed that that was probably his girlfriend the first time I did it, because it was a bunch of names that came up. So I thought that one of those, because it was a female name, one of those female names was his sister. I didn't think that he was engaged at all until I found that video the second time I reverse searched the number. And that's when I saw the YouTube video and I was like, oh, who's this girl? But when I did it again after seeing them at the coffee shop, this nigga's married. He's married. He's married to her. I was shook. I was shocked. I was like, wow, this guy is such a liar. Like, he is such a liar. I had no idea he was married. I really wanted to believe. I didn't really care that much. Let me stop too much. I didn't really care that much because he was boring as fuck. Like, my thing, if you're boring, you could be good looking, you could be cute. You could be good looking, you could be cute, but if you're boring, oh, I can't do it. I can't do it. So he's just boring as hell. So that's why I originally didn't care. But this nigga is married. Like, he's married, okay? That engagement party, they tied the knot. So she did not move away to France. I mean, it sounds ridiculous anyway. And the crazy thing is, if I had just copied and pasted the name that I saw that came up under his number, because he had a list of family members and one of them was a female name. So if I had just copied and pasted the second time I did the reverse search and then looked at that YouTube video, I would have put two and two together. They're married. It literally says it on her profile that they're married. They had the wedding, they had everything, they have a baby. I went down on timeline. She just had that baby. So sad. This girl is in love with him, by the way. I did some more digging out of boredom and saw that she had a little video with him. I'm marrying the love of my life. You see her, she is happy. It literally looks like one of those one-sided relationships where the woman is so happy and so in love with the guy, and then the guy just does not care. Like, he's literally like a creepy statue like this. Like on some Watts family shit. Like, not to make a joke out of the Watts family, but he just doesn't, he's giving me, what's that killer, that Watts guy who killed his whole family? Eric Watts, I think that's his name. It's a little creepy. Let me look up his name. Chris Watts. It's giving me some Chris Watts shit. I hope she left him after I told her. So yeah, she's just like hugging him like, yeah. And he's like this. And every single photo. Like it's weird. He has no personality. And she's really successful. She has a good job and she's doing her thing. And she's just really happy to be in love and be married. And so what I did, I text her. Now I like a person, I honestly deleted all of the text messages that I had with him. I did, but I messaged her and I was like, hey, I'm not writing this to hurt you, but your husband is on Plenty of Fish trying to get a mistress, trying to date other women. Your husband's on Plenty of Fish trying to get other women to date, just so you know. How do I know? Because I saw you at the coffee shop today, and he was trying to talk to me, and he was trying to date me. And he's telling people that you moved to France. So don't believe me. Go in his phone. I literally said this. If you do not believe me, go in his phone. You will see Plenty of Fish. It's just so funny how people try to do dirty. How you trying to do dirty but your whole life? How you trying to do dirty but your whole life is on the internet? Like, literally, if I just had reverse search, if I had just copy and paste her name and put it into Facebook, I would have found her profile. You know how your number is attached to other family members? All of his family members is under his number. If you Google enough, you will find the engagement disc. They had like they had their own song. You'll find the engagement pictures from the engagement party. You'll find her hugging him from when he first proposed to her in Central Park. Like, dude, you want to cheat, but you're going to have to change your number. And I honestly, for her, I really hope that she leave him, because I'm telling you now, this man is a liar. He's a liar, and to me, he's the most dangerous type, because he when I looked into his eyes when I said hi to him, he had no emotion, and he acted like he did not know me. Meanwhile, he was love bombing me 2 months ago, blowing up my phone. So yeah, I'm happy I cut that off. I'm happy I did not develop any feelings for him. I mean, I wasn't into him anyway to be developing feelings. And men be lying. And sometimes there's nothing you could do about it. They just be lying. I really hope that she listened to my advice and looked through his phone and saw with her own eyes and make the choice that she wanted to make. You know, like, trust me, if he can lie and say, like, and meet women online, best believe he's going to continue to do that shit. He's going to continue to make profiles. He's going to continue to try to get a mistress. Not a mistress, but continue to try to cheat on his wife. That's just what he's going to do. Like, that's what they do. So if you like this video, please like and subscribe. And I also found it kind of odd that he was so against me dating other men, talking to other men. Like, you can tell he has a jealousy problem. From talking to him when we were out on our little walk, I can tell he has a jealousy problem. I could already tell. Like, because he kept on asking me about other guys that I was dating. Oh, if we're doing that, you can't be doing this. I'm like, dude, like, we're literally out on a walk. You haven't even taken me out on a date yet. So yeah, I could just tell he has a jealousy problem, but that ain't my problem anymore. I hope she left his ass, because they have a newborn baby, and that's disgusting. So anyways, if you like my video, please like and subscribe to my channel, and I hope you find this very interesting. Comment down below if you had similar crazy experience and stories. This is why I do not like Plenty of Fish. There's always something ratchet happening to me on Plenty of Fish. Like, I don't go on that app no more. No. Anyways, thank you. Like and subscribe. Bye.